Hi there, and welcome back. This session we're going to be looking at rural driving and some of the obvious differences between sort of town driving and the sort of driving we might get out in the country. Main potential problem is going to be visibility. Quite often you've got high hedgerows, sharper corners, steeper climbs, so lots of sort of hills and brows of hills, so visibility might not be as good as it would be in town. Potential for higher speed limits. Quite often you'll get a national speed limit zone and you're obviously expected to then use your common sense. The golden rule would always be make sure that you can stop within the distance that you can see in front of you. If you've got a good clear view of the road ahead, then yep, by all means pick up that speed a little bit, but as you're approaching corners, if visibility is becoming more restricted, just be prepared to slow down and always expect there is going to be something coming the other way. Other potential hazards we might be looking out for: horse riders, pedestrians, cyclists, farm vehicles. In certain parts of the country you may well find flocks of sheep being herded through the roads, so always look out for them. Look out for clues such as horse manure, cow manure on the road, any signs that might be on the roadside warning you about potential farm traffic. But also think about the risks of skidding potentially, because the size of the road, you quite often find, there's mud, there's grit, there's leaves, there's all sorts of things that can potentially cause trouble if you find yourself having to brake too hard. Okay, let's go. So here we are on a typical country road, single track road. Really only room for one car to drive past at any time, so we're always looking out for those potential passing spaces, those slightly wider areas. Just reaching the brow of the hill there, so again visibility is not great at the moment, but as we reach the top and our view starts to open out a little bit, we've got a bit of a corner coming up, just holding that speed steady till we get around the corner. The hedgerow is making visibility a little bit difficult. Now we can see, got a little bit of a better view, so we can start to pick that speed up into fourth gear. But still just scanning left and right, looking out for potential problems, looking out for driveways, entrances to farms, and also always looking out for those wider sections of the road with the passing spaces. Visibility has just been reduced here by the corners. Again, we've got those really high hedges still on that single track lane, and there's the cyclist. So first response, just slowing it down, looking for that wider space. We're just going to hold in here, give her a chance to get through safely, and then check it's safe before we move on. And now we can see that space ahead just opening up, so we're just going to pick up the speed. Now that speed just to climb. Still scanning left and right, still very much aware of those high hedgerows. As we approach the corner, just bringing that little bit of brake there just to bring the speed down, keeping that clutch covered. There's a pedestrian, so we're just bringing the brakes in, slowing it right down, giving them plenty of room. Give them a wave. And another cyclist. They're all out today, so we'll just slow it down, make sure we pass in that wider section. Almost like I told them all to come out. And just looking ahead, I can see, I think I've just glimpsed a van of some description coming the other way. There he is, so I'm just going to hold back here. Right, he's turned in. Fairly sharp corner coming up here, so again just easing off the gas, keeping it nice and steady as we come round, and the view opens up, just ready to pick up that speed a little bit. Just being aware on the left we've got some couple of houses, so looking out potentially for vehicles coming in and out of driveways. Visibility is just reducing now again as we approach the corner, so just keeping it down. We've got quite a low hedge, so we've got quite a nice view across the top there actually. That's not too bad. So we can pick up the speed again. Still always just scanning left and right, looking out for any signs of movement, any potential vehicles that might be coming through, particularly where we've got houses, farms, these kind of things. Visibility is just reducing a little. There we go. So each time we're approaching those corners, just easing off the gas. We're just going to turn right here at the crossroads, just looking out for any vehicles coming through the crossroads. Again, we've got a corner as we go past the other side, just to make sure there's nobody coming through the other way. Through, and there we have a gentleman with his dogs. A good job we were going nice and slowly as we come through. Okay, so a little bit of a hill climb, very narrow single track road. And on the right hand side we've got a set of stables and a riding centre, so potentially we are looking out for horses, so always looking out for those clues. Hill's just getting a little bit steeper, so we're just going to push it. We're going to just go up into third, but just use that third gear. Don't really want to go any higher than third at the moment. Just use the power to build up, get yourself up the hill. Plus also we're just making sure we don't go too fast in case we have to stop or slow down. There's plenty of leaves on the side of the road, lots of mud as well. We want to make sure that we're not going to have to slow down suddenly, rapidly. Use a little bit restricted on the corner, so just easing off the gas, not too much, just a little light reduction, and then back on again as soon as you can see that it's clear. Short corner, so I'm going to drop down into second. Really poor view there, lots of slippery leaves. There we go, as we come round, picking up again, back into third. Got quite a good view. We're not expecting anybody, hopefully, to jump out from the hedgerows here. We're still always looking out for those wider sections. It looks like it's just going to open out a little bit here, so we're just going to ease off, and at the end of the road we're going to turn right. Into first, just catching it on the biting point, gas and clutch, and away we go. It's just coming into what looks like a little bit of a village here, so we've got a few more houses, so just bringing that speed down to about 20 as we approach this corner here. Really poor visibility, so we're just going to drop into second, just take it nice and steady, looking ahead. See all those slippery leaves on the floor as well. We don't want to be going too fast around these spaces. So we've got a little bit more space on the road now, so we can see there's probably enough room for two vehicles to pass comfortably. Again, just to make sure we don't want to be going roaring down these roads, certainly when we're going past cars. Once we've got a little bit more of a view, yes, let's pick up that speed, and off we go. So looking across to the right, I've got a nice clear view. You can see that the road is clear, so I'm alright at just maintaining that nice level of speed. We could even take it up into fifth. Okay, but still, just always being prepared, just in case something's coming the other way. View's restricting, so I'm just gently on the brake, bringing that speed down until I can see further ahead, and then I'm back on the gas now that I've got a good open view across the fields. Got plenty of early warning if anything coming the other way. You can see a pedestrian up ahead, so again straight away, it's a cyclist, so just bringing that speed down. Okay, we're heading back into potentially some woodland. Speed down until we can see. Okay, so we're expecting now poor visibility, slowing down for the corner, dropping back to fourth. Now a clear view, picking it up again. Looking down to the end, I can see we've got black and white chevrons telling us it's a sharp corner, and also a reduction in the speed limit down to 30 as we come into the village. So just going to make sure we bring that speed down. Back to fourth, maybe even back to third, fourth. Okay, so there you have it, a little bit of rural driving. Obviously not an exhaustive list of potential problems or things that might happen out on the road. You'll discover as you drive that there is always something new that's going to happen that you've never dealt with before, some little situation. But hopefully it's given you a little bit of an insight into some of the potential hazards and pitfalls of driving out in the once you've left town and you're out on those country roads. Thanks for watching.